Welcome to Interrogation, a game where two contestants have up to 20 questions to unravel a mystery. There are no prizes. It's all just for fun and glory. First contestant, category is profession. Go.
Is this profession salaried or is this profession salaried profession?
Yes.
Does it require a college degree or some type of advanced certification?
Yes.
Does this profession require a person to come in contact with people?
No. At its core, no.
At its core,
No.
there's no need to come in contact with people.
At its core. Would you not agree, Becky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Does the person...
they can. People interact with people in professions, but
sure,
to
but
do
at
this
the
profession,
core...
you don't have to deal with people.
Okay. Does this profession require some type of identifiable clothing? Like if I saw the person, would I know?
No.
Oh, that person is this.
No.
No. Okay.
Becky's smiling.
What was that?
Becky's smiling. We'll tell you why.
Oh, okay. So salaried, college degree, but yet not in contact with people, no identifiable clothing. Is this an office type of job?
No. Oh boy. In reality, there can be a yes and no. I can't answer yes and no. At the higher you are in this profession, the more likely it's going to be an office job.
All right.
Put it that way.
Okay.
When you're starting off, be lucky if you had a desk.
All right. All right.
So again, I can't.
Is this job one that has been around for a long time? Like, let's say,
yes.
Since the it's
yes.
a long.
No matter how long you want to say, it's been around for that long.
All right. What stumped me is no contact generally with people. Let me say that. Do people, even though there's no contact with people, are people viewing the person doing this job from afar?
At its core, no, but yes, they are commonly viewed by people.
Okay. Wow.
But it's not, but people viewing them, they don't need people to view them to do their job.
Right. The one that has me stumped is not coming in contact with people. Has this been is this a prestigious type of job?
Defining prestigious.
Well, is this something in our culture in our country where someone would go, wow, you're blank?
You bet.
Yes?
Oh, yeah.
So salary.
This is a great cocktail profession. Cocktail parties would love you.
Oh, okay. So salaried, but does require a degree. And yet
typically, no. Okay.
Certification of some sort.
It doesn't require certification. It doesn't require a degree.
Oh, training.
Yes, it requires training, but I could be wrong. But the way you had worded the question, to be hired for this, typically you have to have a degree, a college degree.
Okay, to be hired for it.
To be hired,
Typically now,
especially as the higher you are in the organization, higher you are in this profession, you would have to have a degree to almost. There are there are
That's
famous
such a-
people in the past who have done this profession without a college degree.
Sure.
But
Okay.
today, typically, you would be expected to have a college degree to get, especially to be hired to do this
Got it.
profession.
Got it. Is this a job that requires creativity?
I'm looking at Becky.
Or
Yeah.
some type of let's say artistic ability?
To not mislead you, no. There are elements. There is. Becky says, "Don't say anymore."
No, Becky. Come on. Okay, so no, not really any creativity.
not as core. No, not what you at a higher
Okay.
level, maybe.
Okay.
But not artistry. I don't think they would even call. I don't think they would say artistry.
Okay. Wow, I'm just thrown by, or it can come in contact. Is this oh, how many questions? Oh, 10.
20.
No, I'm at 10.
You're at 10. You have 20 questions.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know. Okay. So I hate to waste this question, but is this a profession, an everyday type of profession where when I hear it, I'll say, oh, of course? Or is it more obscure?
Okay. Do you mean, is this a showing Becky the list? This is a well-known profession.
A well-known.
If you would say it to anyone, except for of course a young child, but a young child would.
Right. Yeah. No.
Young child probably wouldn't even know what a bartender is, though. So I mean, but any adult would go, "Oh, I know what you are."
Now you did talk about cocktail parties, but that just meant you would be of interest there, not that your profession is making the cocktails.
Is that a question?
Nothing. That's not my question. I was just musing. Okay. So I'm trying to picture somebody wearing normal clothing who's not face to face with people.
No.
I asked if they had identifiable clothing.
Yes, you said identifiable clothing. You didn't. You want to ask the question, but that's not what the question you asked. You didn't. You're making assumptions that I did not give you.
Oh, all right. Let me try this again. Well, you
said an identifiable uniform. No,
right.
They don't have an identifiable uniform.
Okay, so I can assume that if I see this person in their profession, I wouldn't necessarily immediately by looking at them know what their job was. By just looking at them.
When they are doing their profession.
Mm-hmm.
Becky, stop tapping the table. What was your question?
So if I see this person in the act of their profession, would I be able to look at them and just be able to visibly tell what they are by what they're wearing? Like a doctor might have scrubs on.
Probably not.
Okay. All right.
Okay, there.
And so and you said people at its core, people may be watching.
No, I said its core, spectators are not required. But it is common for people. It is not uncommon for people to watch them do their work.
Okay, not uncommon. And yet they're not really in direct contact with people.
At this profession's core, people are not the focus.
Okay. All right. Man. Okay, so I am going to ask you, let's see. If I ask for a hint, that's going to put me at 13.
Yes, it will.
Do you give good hints?
Becky says I do.
How good are your hints?
Sometimes they're good for you to guess right away. Sometimes they're too obscure.
Takes 2 questions.
Yeah, she knows it'll burn 2 points.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that.
You have to speak up a little louder if you want her to hear you.
Okay.
Becky used to be a manager at a Burger King restaurant, so she can talk loudly when she wants to.
Okay.
She could be heard over a bustling kitchen, loud and clear.
Loud over there, Becky. All right. So let's say
so if you want to burn one, and now would be a good time.
I'm going, I hate to give in, but I need a conference. I would like a hint, please.
Okay. Okay, no, let's see. Okay.
Make it a good one.
It doesn't mean there are going to be good hints. Yeah, I get this too. Is known to be a dirty profession.
Okay, I could take that different ways. So let me sit on this for a minute here. Okay. Salaried, trained.
And dirty, not meaning
in
sexual.
The good way.
Yeah, not in a sexual way. Dirty as in dirt.
Okay, but yet the clothing is not okay. At its core, they like to watch. Does this job have anything to do with something in the construction world?
Well, actually, yes.
Okay. So in the world
but I'll do a what's my line thing. A qualified yes.
Qualified yes. So it's kind of loosely in the world of construction.
Yes. Yes. And it's not in his construction's not its core.
Yeah. Okay.
When I tell you what it is, you understand what I mean.
Yes. All right. So well, it doesn't involve in any way artistry or creativeness. But yet people.
No, I said the higher levels that could play a part.
Higher levels.
At the higher levels, it could play. Becky's shaking her head no, but at the higher levels.
You also said when it gets higher up, they're in an office. So I'm picturing.
Yes, typically,
they're not dirty.
Typically they are at very high levels. They're in an office.
So they're not getting dirty.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh boy. Okay. but loosely in the world of construction, and it is a dirty profession, and yet
It's
you're not
known to be a dirty profession.
known to be, and yet you're not wearing something where I would look and say, oh, that person gets dirty.
Mm-mm. There's no uniform that I know of.
Okay. And they're not in can be in direct contact with people, but that isn't,
It can be just like anyone else in any profession.
right. Okay. Right.
But it's not required for it. It's not required for their profession. In other words, they are not
Right.
traditionally a performer.
Right. And well, do they do this? I probably should have asked. Do they do this service? I'm just going to call it service. Do they do this service directly for people?
For people.
Right. Do they is this
anything is done for people. So
is this a service for a person?
You mean, can they be hired by a person?
Yeah, I need this done, so I go get this person to do it. Hired by a person.
Today, that would be rare. In the past, it was common.
So in the past, you would find someone to do this for you. But now that is not how it works. Currently, this profession is still there, but people are not firsthand going and finding the person to do it for them.
As a person is not, yes.
Right. It might be a company that seeks after, or
is that a question?
Or what?
Is that a question?
No, I'm just musing.
Oh, you're musing. Okay.
I'm musing.
Becky's over here smiling and laughing.
It really wasn't. Okay. I hate the fact that I'm getting closer to being stumped. And this is harder than this is my first time.
Yeah, that's very true. It gets easier.
Thank you. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
She's a What's My Line fan, so this should be right up her angle.
I know, but hey, I always know
Don't
the
worry.
answer.
All the What's My Line fans are just depending on you upholding their honor.
Ooh. Okay. So, contact. Oh, and I'm going back to the fact that this job would be interesting at a cocktail party, and it can be dirty, and people don't directly seek you out, but there's not really anything creative,
not
necessarily at the lower level. And it falls loosely under construction. Okay. Would this job be considered kind of gross, kind of unpleasant?
Well, Becky's vigorously shaking her head no, but I do know it can become very unpleasant. But it can't. Okay, I'm sure what the average person thinks it never gets gross. But if you actually know what this profession does and what it does, it can get gross.
Oh.
Becky's still shaking her head no.
She doesn't agree with you?
No, Becky does not.
I do not agree with him.
Well, wait a minute now. Come to my rescue, Becky.
Well, okay. Becky can't answer, but
I'll get yelled at.
Okay. You said that it's not uncommon for people to view somebody doing this job.
Yes.
Okay. So is this something then where it's quite common for people to gather to want to see it happen?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
really? So
very
it is
much so.
quite common then for people to say, hey, let's go watch the blank do his thing or her thing.
Yes.
I'm not even going to ask the question if it can be male or female. That's not my question. I'm going to assume it's both. So
Sure.
that's not a question. All right.
Well, you can, but nowadays,
No, I'm not going to worry about that. So then they'll say, let's go watch this happen. Ooh. I keep going back to things that would have attire on that, not attire, clothing attire, where somebody would say, oh, that's a blank. But that was a no, not really. No
Nope.
costume uniform.
Nope. Never heard of a uniform.
And you said this job goes way back, and at the time, way back when, it didn't even
Goes way back.
require.
It goes way back.
Yeah, and you said it
They had
way
different.
back.
They had different names for this profession way
Wait.
back in history, but the name that this profession has been around for centuries.
But way back, it didn't require a degree. Nowadays, though, you need to have a degree.
Way back, a lot of them had degrees.
Okay.
Okay, but there are some famous ones who did not have a college degree at all and did this. But today, typically, you would have a degree to get hired to do this profession.
Right.
At a certain level. At a very low level, no. At the lowest level, you don't need anything but willingness to work.
Does this job deal with animals?
No. At its core, no.
At its core, no.
No. But it does deal with animals. That's a qualified answer.
So it's a dirty profession, and it loosely deals with animals, and it loosely is in construction.
Yeah. Loosely. Might be.
Loosely with animals.
Okay, yeah.
Loosely with construction.
They are very definitely of interest to this profession. And Becky's shaking her head no.
They're not involved?
Oh, no. Becky's shaking her head no. I know they are involved.
Okay.
Once you hear the profession, you'll know. You'll understand.
Oh, boy. I'm almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it's salaried, long-time profession. Nowadays, you have to have a degree to get into some level.
But today, you can start off at the lowest level without any degree whatsoever.
Right. And then this job ultimately can end up being an office job.
It is all the higher you go up, the more it's a white-collar job.
And people do like to watch this spectacle.
Yes, they do.
So there's an entertainment without it being an entertainer. There's something of interest to see. That's not my question. It's not my question.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. And so there's an element of it's dirty. It does deal with animals in a roundabout way, construction.
Roundabout way. Way.
Can I assume? Can I say this? May I assume that it is nothing to do with slaughtering animals?
Is that a question?
Well, but it could be a yes.
Is that a question?
Is it a question?
Are you asking a question? Does this involve slaughtering animals?
No, I'm going to take it back.
Okay.
It's not a question.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Would I find this person who's doing this profession on a farm, on farmland?
Yes.
Ah,
Oh, Becky.
okay. I'm going back. Hold on. What?
Okay.
Ugh. Well, okay. So I'm making some headway, unfortunately, at the very end of my life here.
Three questions left.
What'd you say?
3 questions left.
I know. Well, you know what? I'm going to go back and I am just going to ask this question again.
Okay.
May I assume no, I'm just going to ask it the other way. Does this job have anything to do with slaughtering animals?
No.
Okay, but yet farmland and dirty and loosely construction, and it's probably so obvious and people are watching and you're going to be popular at the cocktail party and nowadays you have a degree, but it's been around forever and it's probably in the realm of animal husbandry. And no, I'm at 18 and
I didn't say it had anything to do with husbandry. About that.
Well, let me
you
say
asked
this.
it involve animals, and the answer is yes.
Yes.
I didn't say anything about husbandry.
No, you didn't. I just blurted that out.
You got a free answer.
Okay. Thank you. The construction, there's so many things that are throwing me. And, I really wish I could have a conference with the panel.
No. The panel is you.
I need more brains.
Oh, you got plenty.
Okay. So I have, well, what is it? 3 more? Well, once I get to 20, I'm cooked. So
2 more.
2 more.
You're at 18 now.
Okay.
Don't worry. What's My Line fans are just going to be watching you.
I know. Okay. So we're back on the farm. And
we are. Okay, we're back on the farm. Becky.
I'm back on the farm and it's dirty and somehow construction is involved loosely and people are enjoying watching this. And
see, that's why I was wondering why you're asking slaughtering. Normally people don't.
Well, I know. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's awful. My brain,
it happens. There are contestants are that way as well. But
okay.
I have to answer the questions you ask me.
I know. Okay. I'm trying to hold a lot in my brain right now. Okay. So I would say, well, is this job? Can I just blurt out a job right now?
Sure.
I know it'll cost
you can
me.
always do it.
Okay. Is this job, does it fall under the category of veterinarian? Veterinary medicine?
One more. One more. I'd put pressure on you. Dun, 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 dun.
Gosh, I'm at a cocktail party and someone has this job. Oh, dirty farmland.
Becky's shaking her finger at me. She's not happy with me. What are you not happy with?
Oh, Becky, thank you for being on my side. Well, I just keep going back to, okay, now my goose is cooked. So I'm just going to say, does this have anything to do with?
If you give her a hint, then we have to give the hint to Conrad.
Okay.
We have to be fair to both.
Well, yes, that is true.
Becky.
Why? She wants to give.
Don't.
Well, she wants to give me a good hint.
No, that would not be fair to Conrad.
Well,
no, we want to be fair here.
Sure.
Okay.
When you use up your last question, Becky's going to give you a clue, and then we'll see if you can guess it based off of her clue.
Okay, go Becky.
But you have to burn your last question before she does that. Saying you don't guess it, you might guess this right away.
Oh, so you want me to ask a question now?
You have to ask. You have one question left.
Got it. Okay. So I'm just kind of stumped. And so I'm gonna say what keeps coming in my head and I can't get past is, and I know it falls on loose under construction, just somebody who has to slop with the pigs or who has to be cleaning up animal stuff. And I don't know what that's called.
Well,
So does that person do this? Is that person in
they're called different. They're called different things. A stable boy would be one phrase. They clean up the mess after horses. You know,
Okay.
is that who you're asking?
You know what? Yes, that's what I'm asking.
No, Becky. Now Becky wants to give you. Okay, what?
I'm just going to give you this. It's only going to be one thing.
Can you hear her? Can you hear Becky? A little bit louder.
Desert.
Desert?
Yeah.
Desert, not dessert. Desert.
Desert.
Desert. Farmland? I hate to say it, but I still
Here,
don't know.
I'll give you the perfect hint. Dum da dum 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 da dum dum da dum dum
It's
dum
a
da dum
paleontologist,
dum
an
dum.
excavation man,
Archaeologist.
archaeologist, excavation person, archaeologist. Aww.
Everything fits. Are they concerned about construction? Yes. Are they concerned about the skeletons of dead animals at a
Right.
Yes. Are they gross? Stop fiddling with the cables there, Becky.
It's dirty. It gets messy.
And here's the thing: a lot of people don't know. A lot of people see the archaeologists that people see on tours, like cruise ships, will take their passengers to watch archaeologists dig. But
sure.
Yeah, but not all archaeology sites are glamorous or where you bring tourists. Some are horrible. Like, for example, in major old cities, when construction companies go in and they dig and all of a sudden they find a corpse. Well, first they call in the cops to make sure it's not a recent corpse. But once they say, oh, this is an old corpse, then the archaeologists come in and then they find out what's going on. A lot of the very famous sites were found because construction crews unearthed it. On farms, if you were in England, it's common that you'll be parked along and all of a sudden you turn up treasure, literal treasure, and then the archaeologists come in and the government will pay you a percentage value of what it is, but they'll come in and they'll strip away your farmland and then they'll do the whole thing. So everything is that, and there is not a uniform.
No, I agree. It fits
dirty.
All that you said.
It's dirty, and you can come in. I mean, I had a friend, that's one of the things he wanted to do. He has no college education, but you can come in and work as
most of it's grants and stuff.
Grants, and that's why today, when I said in the past they would work for someone, that would be a rich person. They would hire you to do this. I think like King Tut's tomb was funded by a rich person, but nowadays it is Smithsonian Institution, National Geographic, museums and colleges fund this. Governments fund this. The government of England, United Kingdom. When you, if you're a farmer, you come across a trove of Viking stuff.
Oh, sure.
They're on it. They're on it. That's the government coming in, and they bring in. That's where the archaeologists. And what I said about higher you are, well, the highest level archaeologists are all about just funding. They all. I mean, you listen to them. They're usually a lot older. Okay, at this stage in their life, they're in their 60s, 70s, and so forth.
They're managing. They're overseeing.
But when they were younger, and you listen to them, they wish they could go back out in the field. And a lot of times they'll go and visit the fields that they're funding. But they spend their entire lives in office buildings getting one grant after another grant after another grant. But when you're a young archaeologist, no, you're in you're bib overalls, you're you're on your hands and knees, you're literally going through dusty dirt. It's a dirty job. And sometimes it's not even dry, it's muck, it's jungles, and that's where it gets gross.
Yeah. Okay, so now,
What are you doing?
so now,
Okay. So
I
now it's, well, if he doesn't get it, it's a tie. Okay.
that's right. That's the best
Okay.
I can hope for.
Yeah. Well, is I'm not playing this as a cutthroat game. Just as long as you're
No.
having fun, I'm having fun, Becky is annoyed. That's just all I care about.
I always gotta be the oddball.
Okay, now I'm going to bring in Conrad. Now, is there
All right.
anything else before when he's brought in, he's going to hear everything we say. So, is there anything else you want to? Well, first of all, before I bring him in, oh shoot, I'm sorry, I meant to do that, folks. This is the 4th competition series I've done. So, let me see here. There we go. Okay, gotta get this. Okay, whoops. Before I bring Conrad, Heidi, would you like to tell us about your YouTube channel?
Well, I
First of
am
all,
a
what's
bit
the
of a
name?
newbie. What was that?
What's the title of the YouTube channel?
You know what? My title is just my name. How's that for creativity? Heidi Farm. And that's because I know I am a newbie at YouTube channeling. And really, it just started just for a fun thing for me to experiment with. And it's eclectic, which means you never know what to expect on my channel. It's kind of just me having fun. And one thing you will find is a smattering of samplings of 1950s odd recipes that I've made and taste test.
Oh, cool. And also, don't you have some things about What's My Line on there too, or is
Well,
that?
that's the link to What's My Line, because I take Arlene Francis's cookbook from the 1950s
Oh,
and I take recipes from that.
oh, cool.
Interesting. That's good.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And I'm so honored that you've had me on your show with all these YouTubers, with all these subscribers.
Hey, what I'm hoping to do is, especially since you helped me out in the beginning, this has been a real hard struggle for me to get going, and one of the hardest was getting contestants. And I really appreciate you being on here.
No
And
problem.
I'll have you on again and again. I hope to blow your channel up.
Okay.
You might want to pick a niche.
You might want to pick a what?
You might want to pick a niche. That usually helps.
I will work on that. I will work on that. This has inspired me to go further in the world of YouTubing.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, folks, this is the first of a 5-part competition series between Heidi Barnes and Conrad. Oh, I forget Conrad's last name. Conrad. And if you'd like to see the rest of this competition series, be sure to subscribe. If you're a YouTuber or an author and you'd like to come on as a contestant, there's a link in the description where you can click on and fill out an application form to get on. I'd love to have you on. We will see how Conrad does after we come back from this commercial break. See you soon. Welcome back to Interrogation. Conrad, before you compete, would you like to tell us something about your YouTube channel?
Sure thing, Jack. I make
First,
cooking videos.
What's the name? What's the name of the channel?
Oh, yeah. The channel is Conrad's channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I make cooking videos with my friends. I do a little bit of gaming and sketches and some music here and there. I haven't done that in a while, but I'm working on some stuff.
What type of cooking do you do?
Well, we have a series. We have a series where we're cooking one like famous meal from each state, and none of us are very good cooks. But you know, we try and make it funny and fun.
I love it, Conrad. I love that.
Well, cool. Okay, Conrad, are you ready to compete?
I'm ready.
Contestant, the category is profession. Go.
Go.
Ask your question.
Okay. Is it a 9 to 5 office job?
Good question.
At a higher level, yes. At a lower level, definitely not.
Okay. I can't believe I have to do this in 4, or I
No,
guess
no,
maybe
no,
you guys were
no.
lying. You were
He
lying.
was
Okay.
lying.
We were messing with you. You got 20.
Okay.
You were messing.
Okay. Gotcha. I was putting a lot of thought into what I was gonna
I
say.
saw you like making everyone count. No, you got 20 questions. Go from general to specific. That's what I'd recommend. So
Is
at a
it in
high
the
level, it's a 9 to
is
5
it in the
level, it isn't.
is it in the general supply industry?
No.
No. Okay. That's helpful.
He's a smart one.
Does it have a negative impact on the environment?
Becky's shaking her head no.
Mhm.
Mm,
Mm,
there are aspects to it that will disrupt the environment. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty general still.
yeah, to do what it needs to do, it must disrupt the environment.
Gotcha. Does it involve computers?
Well, today everything involves computers.
Okay.
I mean, today everything involves computers. I mean,
Okay.
yes. Today, yes. In the past, no. But
Okay.
today, yes,
So
it
it's
involves
an
computers.
old. Gotcha.
Because Lord knows we can't do anything without a computer today.
You say that again. Having a hard time narrowing it down.
Again, go from general questions.
Right.
At this stage, try to eliminate out broad areas of professions.
Yeah. Does it have anything to do with construction?
Ah, I asked that question too. I can tell you the answer.
You can
I'll tell you what he told me. He better not change his answer.
You can answer. I will only correct her if she lies to you.
Okay.
It's loosely related to construction.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's loosely related to construction.
Yes. But it is
So it's
also
like-
specifically related to construction as well.
Yeah.
At its core, is it construction? No. At its
Okay.
core, it's not construction.
Correct.
But it is related to it and does deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Does most of it happen in America?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Does most of it happen in India?
By how you're wording this question, no.
No.
Hmm.
By how you're wording your questions, your last two questions.
So I guess it happens all around the world.
Would you like to ask
equally?
that as a question?
Is that your question?
Does it happen all around the
Yes.
world equally?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, not equally, no.
Limit any place.
Well, let's just say there's not a lot of it going on in Antarctica.
Oh.
Okay. Right.
Although it could be done and has been done.
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with entertainment?
I'd ask that.
Becky's shaking her head no.
Yeah,
At its
no,
core, no.
it doesn't.
Are there aspects to it that are entertaining? Yes. Could it be
All right.
viewed by some as entertainment? Yes. At its core, no.
It's not part. It's not like outwardly bad for the environment.
I mean, it's not the goal is not to destroy the environment, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, and it's not
I don't
like
know anyone that's their goal. I know any profession whose goal is to destroy the environment.
Does it have to do with space?
No. Wait a second.
No.
No.
No, actually, yes. No. If I could,
What type of space are you?
it
Like outer
That is-
space?
No.
our space. No.
No.
Okay.
And aren't you going the wrong way with the cards? No,
Oh.
you're not. Never mind. You're not.
Yeah, I'm going downwards.
Okay.
And again, if you're stumped, you can ask me to give you a hint, but it will cost you 2 points.
2 points. Ask for a
Well,
hint.
that
Ask
seems
for a
very worth it. I'll ask for a hint.
You should give him the same hint that you gave me.
No,
Be fair.
no, that's not being fair because
Oh,
when you ask me
Oh.
to ask you when you give that, you want to ask another question. When you ask me when you ask for a hint, I'm adjusting a hint to where you are in the questions.
gotcha.
So if I gave
Yeah.
him the same one, it
Yeah.
would not be.
Got
He wouldn't get anything out of it.
Got it.
So do you still want the hint?
Yes.
Okay. And I won't bring up cocktail parties. Just give me a second here. Oh boy. Okay. Hollywood has glamorized this profession.
Mm.
Good one.
Wow. Okay.
He's for sure to get it now. I just know it.
She's trying to put pressure on you.
Well, but I think he's gonna get it.
Okay.
Hey, did you move his? Oh yeah. Make sure you get those 2 points down
Yeah,
there.
already did. He went from 11 to 9.
Is it advertising?
No.
No.
Okay. Hollywood. I was thinking Mad Men.
Ah, good thinking.
And they did
Only seen
glamorize
one
how.
episode.
Yep, I was working in Solon for 30 years. And yeah, they did glamorize our profession and also show the dirty underbelly of it as well.
Do, 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 do,
Oh,
do.
don't say that. Don't want to get a copyright strike for music.
Ooh, seriously? Oh man!
Even humming those.
But aren't I out of tune? Like it didn't sound anything like it.
I'm just trying to prevent from getting a
I'm
copyright
so
strike.
sorry. But I can sing Happy Birthday. That one's not copyrighted.
Yeah, now it is not, but yeah. Okay, Conrad. Remember, go from general to specific. You've been knocking out areas, so knock out some areas. Knock out. Thinking like Jake. What would be a question that could knock out an entire field of jobs?
You've asked some good questions.
You might also want to recap what you know so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
At the higher level, say that. See, if you say it out loud, Heidi might make a mistake and give you a clue. So you got that chance.
If I say what I'm thinking.
Say what, as long as you're not.
That's
I will ask you if that's your question. So you don't worry about. Just say what you're thinking.
Okay. So Hollywood glamorizes it.
Mm-hmm.
It happens generally equally around the world, and it doesn't contribute to like any climate change or like environmental
It disrupts it
problems.
but that's not as but
I wouldn't focus on that.
I don't think there's any.
Yeah, I know. I don't think
there's
that's like one of the only questions I remember asking.
Yeah, I don't think any environmentalist would be upset by what this profession does.
Okay.
Put it that way. Okay. It's a 9 to 5. At the higher levels, it's a 9 to 5 job. At the lower levels, it's not. You asked about, is it entertaining? And it says at its core, it isn't. But there is an aspect to it that can be viewed as entertainment. Hollywood has glamorized it.
Yeah, that's the
It's
big
not in
one.
marketing.
I'm glad I used my hint.
Glad you feel that
It's
way.
not marketing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
No
This
problem.
is,
I think Heidi took a little time too.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Does it have anything to do with technology
Yes.
and like the production of technology?
Wait a second. You have to ask me a yes or no question. So is your yes or no question is those two? I view those as two questions. Are you trying to combine them for a yes or no answer? Or
Does it have to do with the production of technology?
No.
Okay. I cannot think of jobs that Hollywood has glamorized.
Oh, when I tell you this, you're gonna go.
No more clues.
What?
No more clues.
Oh no! I mean, it's
Yeah, I know. That is a good clue you gave. Of course, when one knows the profession, for sure.
yeah. I'm just saying that when I tell you it, you're gonna go, oh yeah, they glamorized it. Yeah,
Okay.
they glamorized
Or when
it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Hopefully when you get it. Hopefully when you get it.
Does it have anything to do with killing people?
What was that question? I heard two.
Does it have anything to do with killing people?
No.
No? Okay.
At its core, no. So they're pretty much went the military.
Was that
Well, I
a
mean,
hint?
the military. I'm a veteran. We killed people. that was our job.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that is glamorized a lot in Hollywood.
It is. It is. And so is this profession. But this profession is not known for killing.
Okay, gotcha.
Has it happened in the past? Oh, yes, it has. But it's this profession is not killing. This is not a killing profession. This is not Bond, James Bond.
Yeah, gotcha. It's not like spy or hitman.
No. Well, Hitman. Well, you didn't bring up a Hitman. No, I'm joking. No.
Okay. Yeah, I perked right up.
Yeah.
I saw you. No, it's not Hitman.
Is it a lawyer?
No.
Okay.
You see what Heidi's doing?
Only have 5 questions left.
Yeah, fine. Think out loud. The best strategy for any contestant is to think out loud. Especially now you have another contestant here, and she might slip up.
Yeah, I thought out
I
loud
guess
the whole time.
I'm
It's
not.
still-
I haven't been utilizing my advantage at all.
Yeah, this is your first time competing.
So, right. It doesn't have anything to do. They don't kill people. I'm just like racking my brain for jobs that Hollywood has glamorized, and
As high level is a 9 to 5, at low level is not. Has nothing to do with outer space.
yeah,
This profession operates pretty much all around the world. It is not marketing. It's not being a lawyer. It's not being a hitman.
is it a salesman of any kind?
No.
No, okay. I feel like since the hint, I haven't narrowed it down very much.
Again,
Does
try
it
to
make-
not. What?
Does it make a lot of money?
Define lot. Define a lot.
Over $1 million a year.
At the very highest levels, no.
No.
No. This is not a
It's
profession.
not like a.
This is not a
yeah,
profession
it's-
you would go into to become rich.
Gotcha.
In monetary sense.
It's not a stockbroker or anything.
No. No.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Uh-oh. That gets happy birthday to
Is it a pilot?
No.
No. Oh, that's not a 9 to 5 at the top.
No.
I'm not adhering to my own rules.
Two more.
2 more.
It's not like a. It's not like a farmer would have an office job.
Is that your question?
No, it's not my question.
I'm getting excited. I'm hoping for a
Yeah,
tie here.
I have a very slim chance of making this.
I don't know. You could do it.
With one, if you, it all depends. It all depends on, you know. Again, the best strategy is to think out loud.
Yeah, I know, and that's better for viewers too.
Better for viewers, but it's
But I'm
better
just
for
having a
you.
hard time.
It's better for you. Because again,
You
Heidi
can do
might
it. Think out loud and not get it.
Oh, do you have to have a very? Do you have to be really smart to get into the job?
That could be
at the
subjective.
high levels, yes. At the low levels, not required. To be hired for this, typically yes.
Uno más.
One more. For all the enchiladas.
And we tie.
Like,
Go Shambo. Come on, make a 55-year-old feel better here.
okay. Yeah, I just got to come up with a great last question, and just like a good guess at least.
Take a stab. Right now is when
And so-
think of take a profession, okay? Just run through the professions through your head. You already have a lot of clues.
Yeah,
really
it doesn't make
through your head.
over $1 million.
It's a lot of
And
money.
you gotta be
I mean,
smart.
there are probably some that have it, but they are very rare.
Okay. Final answer.
Final question, you mean?
Yes. Is it a teacher?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'll give you a hint.
So we tied, right? Officially.
Yep, Ty. I'll give you a
We
hint.
officially tied.
Dum da dum 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 da dum.
Cowboy?
Dum da dum 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 da dum dum.
Do you have to watch that trademark?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Hey,
Indiana Jones, archaeologist.
Oh, okay. I
you
would
know,
not have
Indiana-
gotten
you
that.
know-
You
Oh.
might have known that.
I mean, I thought the theme song that you were singing was the Lone Ranger.
No. Boy, I
I-
don't even know what that one is. My whole silver away. No, it's
Yeah,
archaeologist.
Geologist.
Okay. Well, it's tied. On to the next round. See you all then. Bye.